YouTube. What's up, guys? What's going on, YouTube? We're back, but with a different video. We're not on Basketball Legends this time. I know, it's crazy. In today's game, we'll be playing Anime Boss Raid. This is another Infinity Sports owned game. Actually, super fun. Some may say it's Girl Garden type based. Some say it might be on some other anime game type based, but I think it's really cool myself. I'll basically be walking you through how the game works, what it's about, and how far I got in my progression, because I got a really cool secret at the end of the video. So yeah, make sure you stay tuned. Alright, so day one was pretty simple. Basically, you start off with one Goku and you fight a little new boss to upgrade throughout the entirety of the realms. Obviously here, I already knew what I was doing since I played in testing, so I'm really just buying out as many of my Goku packs as possible so I can pull more legendaries. The more you upgrade, the stronger the people get. So as you see there, I'm already pushing towards unlocking the first boss, so I'm just trying to get as many legendaries as possible to maintain my power level. So obviously, as you know the GOAT I am, I obviously got a legendary pretty quickly, so I went to go check on how my first boss was going. The first boss will be Frieza for the Dragon Ball Realm, makes sense, and Jesus, he did some damage right there, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, we just recovered quickly. As you see, our resistance, our Vegeta's cooking, and we do end up killing him with exactly 3 seconds to spare. As soon as I beat my first boss, I'm preparing for the final boss. I sell my money and I'm getting straight back to buying packs so I can get to the next round. I do end up wandering around to check out the gold shop, but they buffed the prices so much, and at this state I am poor, so I instantly click off of that and I just move around and just chill. We're just gonna buy food later on when I get stronger units. Summon packs do restock, so you know, I'm instantly back to buying. I do end up pulling one Vegeta, and I keep pulling. I pull a Bulma, but I do end up pulling another Vegeta, which will make my arsenal up to 3 Vegetas, which I think will give me enough to beat the final boss. So once I get rid of all my other useless units, I equip my last Vegeta, I go to Realms, and I attempt to fight the final boss, which will be Cell. Fortunately, I do end up beating Cell in a perfect amount of time, but now we are on to the Demon Realm. So as you know, instantly straight to buying on the new packs, because once you unlock a new realm, you get to get a new Sorcerer pack, but I ran out of gold here and I didn't pull anything good, so we're stuck with 3 Vegetas for now. As the games go on, I do my process of selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying. I do unlock the second boss for their Sorcerer Realm, so I'm trying to pull things good here. I go for another spin. I end up pulling a mythic Rohan, which you think would be decent, but he's not that good. I'm not gonna lie. I pull a few more Vegetas, but they're pretty much useless at this point, so I'm just really just hoping for anything good. But all I got was Gohan, so looks like we're going with Gohan. So we're just really just letting our Gohan level up and just having a run. Summon does restock, my backpack is full, so I'll go sell, pull about 42k, and I go back to pulling more packs from the Sorcerer pack. And I do end up pulling Gojo first try, which is a huge W, because you know, legendaries from the new packs are obviously going to be better than my legendaries from the previous ones. I'm pretty good right now. I pulled some decent stats on that guy, but you know, he's pretty much pointless. So I get to selling, equip my Gojo, and we're just gonna level him up along with my Gohan. Now curiosity did get me a little bit, so I do want to see how much damage I am doing with my current lineup. It's not that strong. I mean, the Gojo's doing a pretty decent amount of damage. I feel like I was doing decent at first until he just destroyed my guys, and then they sat there for like 5 seconds and did nothing, so that just ruined the whole thing. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need a lot stronger people, and I already see the timers hitting down, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not beating this. But I did get to a decent amount of health. Since I see where I am and where I have to be, I'll go back to the first little guy so I can get as much money and as much XP as possible to level up my current units. This is going to be a common occurrence with this video of me just jumping around, getting on top of the lanterns, jumping, going in circles. This is like what it consists of just waiting for different spins to happen. But a new summon restock has happened, so I go to sell. Once the restock has happened, I do end up pulling another Gojo, which is going to help me tremendously with my boss defeated because of how strong his critical attack is. I had some issues with recording the end of the second realm, the Sorcerer Realm, but I did making it to the third realm on the first boss. I ended up pulling Jugo the Mythic and 2 legendary Sanju, so it's a pretty good start for where I'm at right now. So one of the perks of getting to the Pyre Realm is you will end up gaining another unit slot. So instead of the max 3, you get 4. So with my current lineup, I have 3 Sanjus and 1 Jugo, which is really good because my Sanjus really do most of the damage, and then the Jugo is doing his really big attack with his rock. I do prefer Jugo over Zoro. Some people may think I'm crazy, but Jugo's critical attack does last and do a little bit more damage than Zoro than I like, so I stick with Jugo throughout the time. You know, the same sell buy rotation goes on. For this rotation, it actually wasn't that bad. I already have 3 Sanju, so I do end up pulling 1 more, and then I do pull a mythic, Rozo, or the actual character name, Zoro. He's actually going to help me pretty well during this realm because, you know, the mythics in their current realms are actually pretty decent, so I shouldn't have too much to complain about. Once again, I get to a state where I'm at the final boss for the final realm, but little did I know, this guy has so much health. It's insane. I thought I had stood somewhat of a chance. I stood nothing. It's like all of my attacks do nothing, and then when he stomps, everyone just sits there. There's literally nothing I can do. Cause what do you do against that? Like, he's just eating it, and then he stomps, and then everybody sits there again. I'm just like, wow. And then the timer just ticking. I'm barely getting in half health. So I'm like, yeah, I got my work cut out for me for this realm. Holy cow. In between my time from grinding, I did have a little flex offer with one of the other moderators in this game, and it was a little interesting experience. What the hell did Fingsy just say? Yo? A few more hours go by, and I really start to lose it. Just a little bit. Bro, if this room takes any longer, bro, it's been 3 hours. After a little more pain and agony of upgrading and farming the final Sorcerer Realm boss, I attempted to beat the final boss with a Pyro Realm, and this is how it went. Yes, bro, finally, I beat the 3rd realm. As soon as I finished realm 3, I got straight to work on the 4th realm, the demon realm. This realm should go by pretty swiftly since I broke through that 3 to 4 hour massacre on realm 3. The start of my realm 4 isn't half bad. I do end up getting enough pity to pull my first legendary for realm 4. I do end up getting Zenitsu, which actually is pretty strong once leveled up. Shortly after I pull my Zenitsu, I do end up getting the pity for my mythic as well, so I do end up getting Tegan, which actually will come out to be really strong and will do me well in my favor. After I pull my mythic, I do want to see how currently strong I am, so I go to my current boss in Demon Realm to see how low HP I can get him. I did end up getting the boss super low, let alone beating him with my 2 Zenitsus and a Tegan. I do feel like the time was too close. I think that is due to my Jugo, because at this point in time, the bosses are getting really strong. Starts to become weak, so once I swap him out, I should be good for the final boss. Unfortunately, the rest of my footage did end up getting corrupted for realm 4, but I did end up beating it fairly quickly, and as soon as I got to realm 5, I ended up pulling the new mythic Cha. She's actually really strong, the strongest mythic in this game currently. The Teagans are still helping me, keeping me up afloat, but if I get some more Chas under my belt, I'll be floating through realm 5 instantly. After what feels like forever, I finally pull another Cha off of my pity. Now, it may seem like a little bit because it's only 100, but you pull a maximum of 5 per stock in the Hunter Realm pack, and 5 isn't guaranteed. Sometimes I'll get 2, sometimes I'll get 3, sometimes I'll get 5. It's been a journey, let's say that the least. After I end up pulling my second Cha, I do end up rerolling the stat line because the stats I had were pretty mid. I was looking for something pretty decent or just anything better from what I had, and I do end up pulling AAA, which is really going to be pretty much the best I can get for now. After another hour or so, I end up pulling 1 more Cha, so I decided to test my power on the final boss of the final realm, and this was the outcome. Oh my god, I beat the game. Thank you. Oh my god, I beat it. Oh my god. Finally.
So that's how you've been on it all day, all night. Second place in the leaderboard, about time. But you might be throwing cutaways.
Guess, yo. Alright, YouTube, that is going to end up today's video. Unfortunately, the little secret I had at the end of the video did get messed up because the secret was going to be #1 global, but There was a bug, so I kind of lost it. Now I'm number 5 because I quit. So, yeah, that kind of got ruined. But I mean, yeah, I got some of the secret pulls. I mean, you only it's like a 0.1% of pulling these, so I guess it's pretty cool. But it's not as cool as #1 global. But it's still fun recording the videos. A very fun game. It's a nice switch up from Basketball Legends. So if you guys want to see more content like this, leave a comment down below. Also, make sure to hit that big subscribe button. I'll be linking the Discord to this game and the link of this game in the description. Also, my Discord will be linked down there as well if you want to be a part of my community. Come on, go ahead, join up. Thank you for watching the video to the end. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, I get my money's in the class.